Dearest hurt, someone you know is silently wishing for a chance to tell you how sorry they are about the mistake they made against you. So, my souls know that. Are you being too hard on yourself? Let go of the need to do everything perfectly, and there is no such things as perfection. So, perfection is a matter of perception. What you think is perfect is not the same as what others think of as perfect. It is all in the eye of the beholder. So, when you set unrealistic standards for yourself, you keep yourself from accomplishing anything at all. So, nothing is ever completed because in your mind, nothing is ever good enough. So, this gives a way for an all or nothing way of thinking. Every person is doing the best they can with the challenges they face. So, your angels or guides come to you today and ask you to take a look within yourself and identify all the ways you put too much pressure on yourself. So, they are reminding you to enjoy the journey rather than judging your journey. So, you are being asked to see yourself with compassion and to allow yourself to make a mistakes. So, allow yourself to be human. You are human, and making mistakes is a part of being human. So, you will accomplish all that you set out to do once you take some of the pressure off yourself. So, you are perfect in all your ways. Your mistakes and the quirky things about you is what makes you so perfect. So, embrace who you are and free yourself from unrealistic expectations. You are also being asked to let go of unrealistic expectations for others. So it's time to allow yourself and others the freedom to color outside of the lines. So, my child, know that. Feeling lonely is not always caused by not having people around us, but by the lack of meaningful connection with the people in our lives. So, even though you might have a lot of friends or you meet a lot of people on a daily basis, you can still feel alone. So, maybe the feeling arises when you realize that there is no one to whom you can tell your inner secrets, nobody you can confess your pain to, nobody there that genuinely celebrate your success and happiness with you. So this message encourages you to look at the connection you have and see if there is anything you can do to improve them, to make them deeper and more genuine. So, casual connections are easy to make, but deeper connections are more meaningful and make us feel more fulfilled. So, instead of fearing getting closer to others, see if you can learn and nourish the relationships you have. So you have the ability to steer conversations in different direction. You can either choose to focus on the more factual side of the story, such as where they were or where else they would like to go. Connection with others is daring to give of yourself, showing that it is safe to share with you. So, and that you welcome their true emotions and listen without judgment. So, dear souls, know that we go through life seasons, lessons all throughout our lives, and that includes stuff, and we sometimes don't feel that we are accepted by others or we don't love ourselves. So always remember that love is your energy, and when you think negative, a seed is planted and you may not be aware. So this can trigger and open up past wounds. Love starts from within yourself, and never let anyone compare you or try to be something you are not because of that lack of love seed. So it can be trigger off over and over, and this is when you need to say enough is enough. So know you are a beautiful and amazing soul inside and out. You are shining your light bright, and this is the mentality to have and plant a new seed of empowerment and enlightenment. Oh yeah, the love will flourish and you will begin to attract positivity all around you and confirming that beautiful light inside you. So remember, you have what it takes to accomplish your goal and manifest your dreams. Just believe in yourself and know that you got this. So focus on what matters the most, choosing radical self-love and gain happiness to raise your vibration. So dear souls, know that your person was not ready to accept the fact that they truly loves you, and they deep down always wanted to have you in their life as their partner and nothing less than that. So they not only pretend in front of you and others, but also this person told lies to themselves about how they feel for you and what they want with you. So they were never ready to let you walk away from their life, but they took heart over head decision and pushed themselves to take this step. So they did something which only broke your heart but also broke your trust from love, relationship, and loyalty. There is a strong third party which was intentionally created by your person so that they will not feel the loss of you and disconnection. It is becoming hard day by day for them to live without you, and especially that is thought of you having someone else in your life. And you are having a very great relationship with them. is killing them from inside because they know that if you can love them this much, how deeply you will love someone who will offer you equal love, affection, respect in return. Whatever they are doing right now, it is only for you. Even the smallest thing they are thinking and doing have the thought of you behind it. From the color they are wearing right now to the picture they are posting on social media, everything is just for you so that anyhow they can give you a signal or let you know that. They are still hopeful about your future and they do think about you. No wonder why you are extra emotional from the new few weeks. Sad songs, happy endings were making you cry over them. Because they are doing the same and they really miss you a lot. So, dear souls, know that. In the next 3 days, you will feel that sudden urge to do something out of the box for you, and it can include going out of town for a solo trip or a trip with your friends. Many of you going through a separation or a heartbreak now, but it's really hard for anyone to know about it, even if they are your own family member, because you are hiding your sorrow and your pain very well. No doubt you are doing your best efforts to move on from a certain person or a certain situation, but those past flashbacks are hitting you really hard because you were emotionally invested and you still deeply care for them. In the next 3 days, you will get an apology for them for hurting you and not understanding you as you understand them on every level when you were with them. So they have realized your value and they are coming back because they did not find you in anyone else or anything else. You will also plan your next step for your career or your work in the next 3 days. You can set up a new routine or some new strategies to live your life. You can also think. If you are facing any type of issue or confusion regarding your work, that what should you do? Should you change your work? Should you change your job? And should you change your company? Or should you need to change your line of work? You will get the clarity and you will get the right answer, right path in the next 3 days and without wasting a second. You will continue to accept the new changes. Your intuition can be really strong in general also, but right now it's on peak and it's guiding you in the right direction. Do trust your heart and follow its advice. So, dear souls, know that it's time to allowing your ego and fears to be released so you could welcoming the rebirth and new beginning in your life. So some of you have been wondering whether things are about to change or not in order for this situation to change. You are guided to stay in your positive thoughts as well as allowing yourself to grow and expand. So things might slow and uncertain for now, but stay still because the new cycle is here for you and claim it by act out of love. So although your commitment or relationship may be tested right now, those ups and downs are part of the journey, so do not give up. So it takes two-person to make this relationship works. It is important to understand each other and see from your person perspectives as well. So with this being said, if you are wishing to create something with your person, allow the abundance flow to you and you will feel complete very soon with your loved ones. So big opportunity is coming. Before you say yes, reconsider everything at first. The changes you are going to make will affecting your future and it might be end up challenging, but it will help your growth. So for some, you are guided to stay in your current career because there is abundance coming while you are trying to adopting in situation. Soon enough you are able to treat yourself and loved one. So dear souls, know that when I tell you your dreams are important, take it from my soul to yours, and they are important. So don't be afraid to chase after the things you want. Don't settle for less just because people say it is too big or too out of this world. You decide what matters to you most, not them. Don't be afraid to fight for it. Fighting for your dreams might cause you to lose a few people. So it might be messy and lined with adversity, but you have to be patient. You have to believe in every step, in every minute you carve yourself into life. You have to believe ruthlessly in your own progress. However small you see, being important to yourself and owning your importance also carries faith in it. It carries faith in the hours, the day, and the years that come. It carries faith in who you are today and how you grow to be a better person tomorrow. So let it be your own journey to own and walk and experience. Let it be you. Let those dreams always carry you and your vision in it. Run to who you are. So you are trying to heal, you are trying to forget, you are trying to move on, you are trying to love, and you are trying to set boundaries. You are trying to make peace, you are trying to fight for what is right, you are trying to keep it together while hoping for a better tomorrow. You are constantly attempting, striving, and aspiring, and for that, I hope you admire yourself the most. I hope you never lose sight of your beauty. I hope you show yourself with more love and grace. My child, know that you are too worthy and too deserving to dim the light within you for someone's choice to keep living in the victim mindset. So you can't heal someone who does not want to be healed, and that is no reason to hold yourself back either. So you are allowed to outgrow the conditioning of the environment you grow up in, and you are allowed to step into your power. You are allowed to outgrow people or situations that keep you stuck. You are allowed to live for yourself. And maybe then it will inspire those around you to heal too. You are allowed to take it slow. You are allowed to be easy on yourself. You are allowed to be kind to yourself. Now is the time when you need to take a step back and reconnect with yourself, realign with your purpose, and redefine your path. Now is the time to take care of yourself, love your inner child, and pause whenever you need to. So that is not wasting time, even though sometimes it feels that way. This is how, in fact, sustainable success is achieved. And that success starts with your emotional and physical well-being. Being someone who bought into hostile culture and then became chronically sick for over a year, and I can tell you for sure that absolutely nothing comes before your health. So that is why it is so important to choose softness in your hardest time. So, dear souls, know that a life being inspired by the divine feminine, a change being pushed by the universe, and what has the universe been repeating in your life? So, why does this thing show up all the time? The reason is that you are not responding differently. It will keep repeating till you don't respond differently. So your giving it is a big pattern that you need to break. Whatever you had been doing till now was on escape mechanism, because you probably give up assuming that particular thing that you want will not work out. Now ask yourself that why did you assume that it will not work out? Was it because somebody was not letting you do it, or you were becoming dependent on the other person's approval? So ask yourself this question this time around. The approach has to be different. You to know it that the approach to make this happen has to change. There is a need to speak up with authority. There is need to put an end to this cycle. This time around you would not be able to find any other way other than ending this cycle. So I see the energy of two people connected in this and helping each other come out of the loop. A tip here is that giving up is not the solution. It never will be, and both of you can be try and see. That path is not even a choice. This situation seems though, because this toughness is a part of karma. This journey will teach you a lot of things, and you have tried taking the easy path and you know what happened. So think. So, my child, know that This is your reminder that love can be soft, that you are not asking for too much in this world by hoping to discover something kind. So this is your reminder that love exists here because you exist here with a heart like yours, with a heart that still believes. So if you have forgotten, you deserve to find someone who chooses you the way you chosen them. You deserve to find someone who reciprocates your love. You deserve to find someone who knows that you are something special, that you are their favorite thing. So you deserve to find someone who recognizes that they have found the kind of human being. It exists and you have to believe it exists. You have to believe that you are worthy of it, because at the end of the day, certain people are truly just rare, beautiful drops of borrow light that find their way to you. You don't feel aligned with them, the otherness never arrives. There is not a version of yourself you have to shed in order to feel connected to them. So, a place without artifice or armor, there are no hiding spots, everything is unguarded and unvarnished, and there is a freedom in that kind of openness, is that kind of vulnerability. And when you find them, love becomes a safe place to rest your head, a place without armor. There are no hiding spots. Everything is unguarded and unvarnished, and there is a freedom in that kind of openness, in that kind of vulnerability. Let go of those who will only ever love you in halves, who will never be able to give you what you deeply desire. Please just learn how to lay your arms down. How to stop fighting for those who are not fighting for you, because love is not meant to hurt. Love is good and you deserve good love. Release anything that does not honor that. Give God all your worries, fear, troubles, and concerns. He cares for you, are in good hands, so be anxious for nothing but pray about all things. Pray you have rest tonight with sweet sleep and sweet dreams. I pray God's angels in encamped around you and your families, keeping you all safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. Against the odds, as I have said many times, God is not looking for ability, He is looking for availability. God does not call the qualified, He qualifies the called. What he really wants to just for someone to say, Lord, I am in, I'll go, I'll do it if you want me to do it. Life is a beautiful mess most of the times. God is waiting for us to invite him into our mess because he is the only one who can clean it up. He takes our messes and true dams into miracles. The Bible says that the very problems and trials we face daily are good for us because God can use them to develop our character so that others may see the reflection of His beauty in us. When God turns your mess into a message, you have something to offer and you have something to do. So, my child, know that when you seek the kind of love that is been lacking, but the foundation you have been placed to build yourself up on is one based of hate. Criticism and self doubt, not only do you have to rebuild the ground structure, but you have to rewire your brain and replace it with countering messages that are different than. What you have to realize though is their unkindness, the judgment, the critical eye directed towards you was only that because most people would rather point at someone else and bring them down instead of looking in the mirror. And addressing the things they lack or need to improve on. You who have been on the other end of that thrive in being self-aware of any and all of your flaws, but the heartbreaking part about it is because you have been trained to see only that. You sometimes are blind to your strengths. You strive for the kind of perfection that is unattainable because in the wake of trying to earn someone else's love. So you don't realize it was always out of reach. Realize that anyone who does not love themselves will never be emotionally equipped to reciprocate everything you have to give, and instead of realizing that. So the other person will make you feel like you are to blame for it. The reality is they have never been good enough for themselves and they projected that heavy burden on you to carry. So my child, know that. When you seek the kind of love that has been lacking, but the foundation you have been placed to build yourself up on is one based on hate, criticism, and self doubt, not only do you have to rebuild the ground structure. So, but you have to rewire your brain and replace it with countering messages that are different than everything you have heard for so long. What you have to realize, though, is their unkindness. The judgment, the critical eye directed towards you, was only that because most people would rather point at someone else and bring them down instead of looking in the mirror and addressing the things they lack or need to improve on. So, who you have been on the other end of that thrive in being self aware of any and all of your flaws. But the heartbreaking part about it is because you have been trained to see only that. You don't realize it was always out of reach. Realize that anyone who does not love themselves will never be emotionally equipped to reciprocate everything you have to give, and instead of realizing that. So the other person will make you feel like you are to blame for it. The reality is they have never been good enough for themselves and they projected that heavy burden on you to carry. Put it down and it is not yours. So I think part of the reason you are not healing the way you would like to or over it is because there is a part of you that still believes you are to blame for them leaving. So there is a part of you separate for closer that you think can only come from them. But the truth is when someone leaves abruptly and you feel the weight of all that pain. What should leave as they do is that guilt you feel internally for an ending you did not see coming that they did. It's hard enough to love someone and watch them go. So it's harder to blame yourself for that, and it's such a heavy burden to bear, and that baggage is not yours to carry. My wish for you is you find closer within yourself. My wish for you is that you realize when relationships end and heartbreaks makes you act, there is not blame on either end. Because there is pain on both ends, regardless of if you can see that or not. There is a pain they feel in you not being what you need when maybe you have done. We have to stop looking at relationship endings from simply one side. Realize all it was were two people not compatible, and you can't blame yourself or them for any of that. So, my child, know that many Christians are stunted in their growth because they don't understand or express their deep emotions and desire. The plasma of the Bible area source of empathy to help you feel your emotion and trust that the unseen God is actually present to love you. So they guide you to talk about your feelings and needs and live with an emotionally honest faith. The plasma help us pray with. So by praying the plasma genuinely, we learn that Abba is a loving and a safe landing place for our emotion. We also come to trust and worship the Lord through all of life's circumstances. So try practicing emotionally vulnerable prayer using key verses from plasma as a compass to direct you straight to the heart of Jesus. O Lord, you have searched me and you know me. You are familiar with all my ways. How do you feel when you consider God knows everything about you? Do you feel loved, vulnerable, relied, and feared? Talk to Jesus about it. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? My child, know that you are probably reading this if you are in a season of deep growth, whether that growth feels deeply good or if it deeply hurts or if it is just another kind of boring season. Hope you don't close yourself off the world or possibilities or people or present moments, even if sometimes you need to close it off to catch your breath. So, taking time to catch your breath is okay, even if it does not feel like it's right now. You are right where you need to be, and this part of your journey is important. So take break without guilt when you need to and tap into your energy when you have it, and if you know you are not on the right path, take another. So if you don't know what to do, follow the path that comes with peace. Constant confusion is probably the wrong path. This all passes. Enjoy the journey, even if today it has to be a little enjoyment. You can find within it, and there is always joy somewhere to be found. It all passes, the good, the bad, the unknown, everything. It all passes. Give yourself a second to breathe deeply and remind yourself that whatever season you are in right now, whatever is happening in your life today, it will pass. Type yes if you have faith and trust in God, and if you want your all wishes come through, type amen.